Hey, welcome everybody back to the Wife Dizzy Show. Today got a special guest. Talented dude. Got some stuff and very impressive stuff out there that's just coming out. A three-parter, and I would like to call it a movie.
Yeah.
But today in house we got Ziggy. What up, man?
Yeah, what up, man? Damn, that's a hell of a introduction, man. I appreciate it, man.
Man, and
Uh,
hey, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
nah. I mean, slept on is mostly how I be feeling.
Yeah,
Cause I feel like Childish Gambino kind of took my lane with the whole movies, music,
yeah.
thing like that. But I always tell people like I aspire to be the next Childish Gambino or Donald Glover or whatever the case may be. Cause like that's my thing is
Hmm.
creating cinematic stuff that people will remember as well as music to go along with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like my homeboy Stack that actually shot the videos.
Hmm.
He always tells me like, man, you got a personality. You just need to do more so with your personality. So
Yeah.
me, I like to create, but I don't really want to be famous.
Yeah, man, I feel that because
Yeah.
fame is a whole different thing than just having dope stuff you create. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. It's I don't I compare it to being a zoo animal.
Mm.
Like I feel like a lot of people have to you got to watch what you say. You got to watch how you move cuz
Hmm.
your brand could take a hit because of what you say, and certain partnerships and companies won't work with you, or Hollywood won't work with you just cuz you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying. But I just feel like people are human. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People can make stupid comments
Yep.
and still be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't know. You can make I want to say stupid comments. We'll say ignorant comments. You can make an ignorant comment, but I feel like with the cancel culture and everything like that, it's just like, who would want to be famous right now? Like, you can't
Hmm.
even you breathe wrong. You doing
Yeah.
coke or you homophobic or it's just like, sorry, I don't know where
Yeah.
that rant was
No,
going. I'm
no, no. You good? I feel where
just
you're coming from because now it could even go backwards. So something that you said when it was okay and
Mhm.
people thought it was funny, like it
Oh
was a
yeah, yeah,
joke.
yeah, yeah,
Now you can
yeah,
go back and
man.
be
When
like,
they
man,
was digging up football players and basketball players' old tweets,
yeah,
oh my god, I was like, wait, whoa, wait a minute, dog. Like
bro.
the old tweets gonna get you fired up?
The
Like,
likes,
yeah,
even at that, and
yeah, oh
sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes you like it something because you just think it's funny and like, oh, he's supporting this. I'm like,
Oh
nah,
my
man.
god, or worse, you could be like, "What's the cowboy player?" You was liking some pornographic shit. And niggas is like, "Yo, we can see your saved tweets, dog.
Bro,
Like,
didn't that
chill."
happen to Chance the Rapper?
Chance too, yeah. It happened though. It happens to everybody. Here's the thing: is like we're so sexually driven as a society. Like, I don't really see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But you really gotta watch that shit on your own time. You can't really, you can't, like, you gonna have to be real careful nowadays, cause like, yeah, that shit look real suspect, and yeah, it's just certain shit. You just like, yo, that's crazy. You can't be out here thirst trapping like that, like, or thirsty like that.
Yeah, now I feel like before it kind of had like an art to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when it comes to the sexuality and
Mm.
the women in the videos, they kind of had like, it was there, but it was little hints, little sprays, you know what I mean?
I don't know, fam, because see, I'm a little different on that take,
Yeah.
because like I feel like a lot of the women, like a lot of women back in the day, there wasn't so much room for them.
Hmm.
That's why we didn't see it so much. But like we had the little Kims, we had the Foxy Browns. Hell, we had the Foxy Brown before Foxy Brown, and
Yeah.
she was a hint. She would give out the little hints and stuff like that. But we had some very vulgar, nasty fucking music
Well,
entertainment back in the day.
as far as like in the videos and like the visuals. Now I feel like it's to where basically they're almost naked.
But you
You
know
know what I
what? You
mean?
know why that is though?
Why?
Because it used to be for television. Videos
Mm,
used to be consumed by
that's
television.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
So
had
they
rules.
had rules. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So they had to abide by the rules. Now it ain't no rules. You post some shit on YouTube, you go viral. I mean, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like that's what you want. You know, that's the mo. That's what you going for. Like it just doesn't.
yeah,
It's I think now it's just more accessible. I think now it's like I said with the TV thing, like music videos weren't for the internet. That was before the internet. So it was like you did a $100,000 budget video because it got you globally known
mm,
because of the MTV, BET. Hell, Revolt started out like that too. Like, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? But now everything is literally in the palm of our hands, and just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess
So it's,
that's true.
yeah, like it's not what it used to be because of some of the factors that people it's easier to watch it now. Like all you gotta do is
Yeah.
just go to Twitter or fucking Instagram or TikTok. I mean, fuck, they got pornographic TikToks out there now.
Nah,
Like,
for real,
and that shit used to be for the kids. Like,
yeah, I don't know if you noticed this on there, but there's like a direct pipeline
mhm.
from TikTok to like straight literal porn.
Oh, probably so. I believe it's, but like, here's my question. If sex is such a natural thing, why do we get so upset about it? We're the only country that's like that. Overseas, and I know I've been overseas. Overseas, they sex is just the human body
Yeah.
going through whatever the case may be. I feel like America's the only place where it's like, you know, we don't talk about that. We don't, not in front of the children and shit like that. And
Yeah.
realistically speaking, it's like these are little humans. Like they gonna, you know, they gonna be sexually attracted to whoever they sexually attracted to,
Yeah.
however they attracted to them, whatever they attracted to. Like you just,
Yeah.
you gotta let them. You gotta let them grow up. I feel
Yeah.
like we be trying to, you know, shelter kids too much. And that's why we got all these dummies running around here now as adults. Like,
Nah, I will agree with the dummy adults part. I don't know what's going on, bro. I feel like people is like half awake now. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like there's
man.
people functioning like at a half level, like the rest of their brains just turned off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was really never on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to look at, like, I feel like ever since I feel like a lot of people were raised by TV.
Yeah.
And those
Me
that
included.
were outside, you know what I'm saying, getting dirty, getting the cuts, getting the bruises, getting in fights, you know, those people actually socially really are very good at interacting with people. They know how to read people better, whereas like the TV growing up kids, the kids that stayed in the house playing video games all day every day, they really don't know how to interact no more.
Nah.
Like I have a son,
It's
and I make
worse
sure.
now.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, for sure. I make sure my son though, like he's in sports.
Yep.
You know, he's big into video games, which I feel like our parents did us a disservice by taking us off video games because the motherfuckers be making millions of dollars just sitting in front of a TV screen.
And
You know,
I feel that's different than just watching TV too.
Yeah.
They kind of work your brain. You gotta get your, functionality.
Oh, yeah,
but you need outside also.
facts. No, yeah. So I make that's what I was saying. Like I make sure that he gets the balance. Life is a really, really, really good. A good life is really about balance and love. If you ain't got either, you're doomed, and you know it sucks for you out here. But if you at least have love, you can find the balance. If you at least have balance, you can find the love.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that you need in life. I don't feel like we need as much as we think we do. Balance and love is really all that you need, and that goes with everything. Like you got to be able to balance the work and the play life, life, play life. You got to be able to balance girlfriend, regular friend, homies. You know what I'm saying, or boyfriend and homegirls. You got to be able to have that balance, or you become half woke.
So what would you say? Because I don't know if you noticed it, but I feel like there's a lot of people who are single nowadays. Like they're not really even talking to people. There's like I saw it was like 50% of dudes are virgins to this day. Like 24-year-olds, 50%.
I think that again, it comes to,
And it's both sides,
yeah, no. Again, it comes to the fact that like a lot of these people are behind. So here was a funny thing that I used to people used to hate Kevin Samuels and all that shit like that, and the Derek Jacksons and stuff like that, and you can kind of tell certain people what their real MO or what their real motive was, like by the way they talked and what they used to their talking points were. But in all reality, that number has not really changed. 50% of men being virgins or never having, that number really hasn't. I mean, it's gone up probably a little bit, but it hasn't gone up a lot because think about it. Back in the day, the quote unquote nerdier, weird kids, they weren't getting no play back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
You don't
now,
think they was getting them nerdy chicks?
hell no. The nerdy chicks was
They be
getting
getting together and have nerd sex.
listen, one time at band camp, but I mean, listen, like I feel like the world is just starting to realize that though these people exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's because of the amount of access we have to everything. People are like, what? There's virgins out here. There's, I'm out here wilding. Well, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Again, there's balance. Like, you gotta have the balance. You gotta have the times. I think a lot of it though is a lot of people complain about being alone because these people, like, we're so addicted to the phones. We're so addicted to the screens that literally we can't fathom being alone for a long period of time. So it's very interesting. I don't think it changed much. I think a lot of the nerds that were the guys that weren't getting a lot of play back in the day, and I hate to say nerds because being a nerd, there's nothing wrong with a nerd.
Yeah.
But like the dudes that were just socially awkward, like the women that were socially awkward, like we didn't really. Nobody looked at them twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, thought she got talent. She might got a little something under there. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really did that. So it's like, but now, if anything, I feel like social media and internet has actually helped some of them get past that. Like, I feel like the number probably actually should have went down if they used the internet the right way instead of complaining about it. Like, if the dudes was like, I mean, 'cause think about all the dating sites, Tinder, Hinge, Bumblebee. It's like, it's just shit out there. Yeah. Christian Mingle. Like, when the fuck? What farmer wives?
FarmersOnly.com.
Like, when the fuck? So I feel like now it's like if you know how to strategically put yourself in the right position, you should be all right. You know what I'm saying? You may be single, but you ain't alone.
But what about for those people that are unable to build like long-term, like not even relationships, but just connections with people instead of just like trying to get something out of people or use the people? Because you said love is the most important thing, and you don't necessarily have to be like
love and balance.
Balance.
But I mean, I feel like love. I don't feel like when I say love, I don't mean like in love. I mean like
love from your family,
friends. love for yourself.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, they like themselves sometimes, but they don't love themselves, and you can tell by their actions, and you could tell by like what's going on, like how they talk about shit and how they do
the constant numbness.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like so I feel like a lot of people I feel like the love thing is more so of like you got to know love within before you can, which gets instilled to you by your family. Like, so I feel bad for the people that like don't have parents that love them the right unconditionally. They just love them enough to make sure they survived. Yep. Like my mom, we survived, but like my mom made sure we was loved. Like, my mom really low key when my pops and her split, like I was the man of the house, but like that's the homie now. Like, you know what I'm saying? As I've grown up, like I understand now and I get it, you know what I'm saying? So like we really was loved. We really was loved. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my Dukes really put us through survival mode, but we had love on top of that survival mode. So I feel like love, I feel like people, if you're searching for it and you don't have it within, you don't have it yourself, you can't never really find it. Even if you find the right one, you're gonna fuck it up because you're not right within. You gotta love yourself first, and like I said, a lot of people don't know how to be. You gotta learn how to be alone. Yeah, like you gotta learn how to be alone. On. Yeah. Just I'll even say this, like I've done this sometimes. I'll put on, like, I like sports. I'm a huge sports fan, so like I'll put on sports, a game I don't give a fuck about. Can I cuss? I'm just
no, you good. You good.
A game I don't care about or I don't give a fuck about, and I'm like, yo, I just put it on to have it as white noise. But like I'm cleaning the crib, I'm shaving, I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing like whatever the fuck taking a shot, whatever the case may be. Sometimes you need that white noise. Now I can be in a room of stillness. I meditate on a regular basis. I don't smoke weed no more, but I definitely meditate still.
Why'd you stop smoking weed?
First off, this weed is different nowadays. This weed is different nowadays.
It is different.
It's expensive, and I used to feel like I would smoke just to go to sleep, or I would smoke because I get lazy. Yeah. And I don't like being considered to myself being lazy. I give myself grace, for not completing certain tasks and stuff like that. But being lazy is that's a pet peeve of mine. Like laziness And I mean
Wasting
like
life.
yeah, I mean like bad laziness. Like I don't mean the smart laziness. I don't mean the people that are lazy because they're smart and don't want to do extra work.
Yeah.
They work. I literally my phrase of my grown up life is work smarter, not harder. And like if I can work smarter on certain things, then I don't have to exhaust myself to working hard and 50 years and to get up a ladder that doesn't make any sense. Like, but yeah, like I'm yeah. I don't like being lazy, so I just stopped. I stopped smoking 2 years, a year and a half ago. And I'll be around it. I'm not like, oh, you should quit smoking or nothing like that. I'm not one of them dudes. I don't really, what you do is listen, you partake in whatever you want to partake in, but me, I'm not peer pressured either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like plus I drink still, so I definitely can drink. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I ain't really kicked yet.
I understand, because if laziness is the main thing, I understand, because once you start to smoke, you kind of just want to sit there and not do like much. You want to relax and just kick back.
And listen, I used to smoke from sun up to sundown when I was in high school, and like I joined the military right out of high school. I had to stop cold turkey, and then like that kind of changed me a little bit. Then you know what I'm saying. Then I got out smoking like a chimney. You know what I'm saying? And like it really didn't do the same things for me anymore as a kid. So I kind of just was like, man, fuck this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then went back to it. It's a love and hate relationship. I might go back. I might not. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I just don't. It's too expensive of a luxury. Like motherfuckers be spending.
Oh yeah, people be
$60, $80 for a 3.5. Like and I mean, listen. I remember when grams was 10 a gram, and then we was getting upset. Like, yo, what 10 a gram? Like, this shit better knock me the fuck out, and it would. But it's like, now motherfuckers be smoking fucking $300, $400, $500, $1,000 zips, and I'm like, how do
the zips for the weekend?
Right? Yeah, like what? Or the zips for the night, and I'm like,
nah,
it
gotta be like 20 people there. Ain't no
way.
way.
Like no, I man, motherfuckers be talking about backwoods and like I'm also a person that don't really fuck with tobacco. So like I would smoke papers.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people, you want to hit the blunt? Nah, I'm good. And that was like the beginning of the end for me, because it was like, I really don't want to smoke your blunt. First off, I don't know what you rolling that shit. Second of all, I really don't like, everybody's mouth ain't the same amount of clean as mine. And I ain't, you could have been eating ass last night. Now you
30 minutes before.
Right, yeah, like, some rando too, like, you know what I'm saying?
Especially at a party. They could have been eating ass 5 minutes ago.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I'm cool. And then niggas be wanting to hit your And I just, after a while, I started becoming rude because motherfuckers wouldn't understand it. And then I was just like, I'm only smoking at the house. Then I was like, man, I don't even need to smoke no more. And then I just said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a wrap. So...
Yeah, the productivity though, myself, I can notice like the difference when I don't. It's like, I be up here in productivity, and when I do, I feel like it drops at least 35%. If I'm just being honest with myself.
Yeah, nah, I mean, and like, weed will give you a little fucking in your system, like Cat Williams said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll definitely make you feel like, man, fuck them lights, fuck them people, fuck this, fuck, whatever. But I feel like, I don't know, if you can handle it, do it. Like I have some people that literally religiously, they smoke, go to work, things like they go out, smoke, you know what I mean? Like eat. I mean, you're a functioning addict, regardless of how you want to put it. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you can handle it, shit, like I said, partake in what you want to partake. I know motherfuckers that snort coke every day.
Bro, I used to do, delivery in a big truck. This is Mexican dude. He used to pour vodka to him, and he was driving stick, and he be sipping that shit and working hard as fuck, bro.
That's crazy.
He be lifting 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Off the vodka
and cranberry. He be like, "Hey, you want one?" I'd be like, "Shit, I can't drive anyway, so."
That is
I'll drink this shit. Hell yeah.
I mean, listen,
that was his daily shit.
Yeah, like that. I can't never. Not a substance. I just can't ever let us like. I gotta relax. That to me, I love myself too much
Yeah.
to be out here fucking myself up. That go for raw sex. That go for that, like, I'm in the gym religiously 4 or 5 times a week. That, like, now I don't eat the best because whatever. I'm a junk food addict now.
Shit, you gotta have one thing at least, you know what
I mean, I got a couple of things, but we're not gonna talk about them. But no, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, I just can't. I don't know, fam. A substance having that much control over me where I can't function without it is crazy to me.
Hey,
crazy.
What's your go-to junk food though?
Man, shit, it changes on any given day. But my like thing is cinnamon rolls. Like, yeah, it's crazy,
bro. That's rough.
It's crazy because it's funny is like, people be laughing at me, but I go to Whataburger and just give me a cinnamon roll, fam. They cinnamon rolls low key. It's probably like one of the most low key like fast food spots. Cinnamon rolls that is fire.
And they're like $3, huh?
Yeah,
so that's,
but
that's
you
just a good deal too.
You gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? I like to get them in the morning though. Cause at night they be trashed, they don't be heating them up right. It be 3-day-old tasting type shit. Yeah, but cinnamon rolls, man.
I ain't gonna fight you on that one. Yeah. I like that cinnamon roll. I go in there give me 2 cinnamon rolls with a large fry.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got a perfect salt and sugar thing going. Yeah. See, like I gotta get it with the breakfast just cause it be right early. Get my cinnamon fix out the way. It really is just cinnamon. Like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal of all time. Not up for debate. Cinnamon toast, actual making cinnamon toast with sugar and cinnamon. Yeah. I'll fuck up like 10 of them, right? Like 10 slices of bread with that shit. Like,
so you like cinnamon toast?
Yeah, facts. Like, yeah, facts. So like, like, dog, it's cinnamon. Cinnamon's my one addiction, like junk food addiction, if you will, and pizza. But pizza's not really a junk food anymore.
Yeah, it's a meal.
Yeah,
you got tomatoes, you got protein. You know what I'm saying? You got carbs.
You got carbs. You got the dairy. You got enough.
You got everything you need.
Right.
You can survive straight off pizza. What's your spot? You go to
favorite pizza spot?
Yeah.
Man, it really. So I'm from New York, so I gotta. It varies, but if I'm at home just getting delivery, obviously New York pizza's not everywhere here. Mm-hmm. Domino's is my like go-to, but like when I'm home, I gotta go to Margaritas. And get me a pizza. Mm-hmm. They're the best pizza in New York City. In Queens. Pizza? I gotta be in the city for the dollar pizzas. I can't just be fucking with anybody's dollar pizzas. Them shits be rubbery as hell.
Damn.
Yeah, and they at $1.50 now. Let's not.
Damn.
Yeah, they up now.
Hey, so have you been feeling the this whatchamacallit, this recession? Is it a recession yet? Like,
that's what they want you to believe. I refuse to believe it because it doesn't make sense, because if inflation is so crazy that everybody's screaming about, then how is there a recession on top of it, but we surviving in the inflation that's so crazy? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, I honestly, I'm humble brag. I'm not bragging, but humble brag. I don't want to even look at a job if I'm getting one paying less than $50 a year. Like, I won't even look at you twice. Yeah. So,
well, I seen a stat somewhere that said 75% of people making $100,000 per year are living paycheck to paycheck.
Because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Because you don't know how to. There's a great book I read. It's kind of on the holy side, but it's like six fundamentals of money and six fundamental ways how to treat money. Excuse me. And basically, it goes in depth of, like, they talk about tithes, which if you believe in religion, cool. If not, I always believe in giving to the homeless. If I really feel like, if I see you out there every other day and I'm like, yeah, you really homeless, I'm going to give you $20. I'm going to give you 10. I'm going to give you if I got cash on me. Yeah. Some of these homeless be out of control though. I live in Dallas, so like I live uptown and stuff like that. So we get hobos everywhere and them motherfuckers be wilding. So some of them, Yeah, like, you know, the ones downtown be fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? If I got cash on me, they fuck with me, but I buy 'em food and everything. But like, anyway, I'm off subject. But yeah, like the ones that's making $100,000 a year, I guarantee you they driving a BMW, Mercedes Benz, Cadillac, Sierra truck. For what? It's just you and your wife. Yeah, y'all got a $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 house. For what? It's you and your wife and your one kid. Yeah. How many fucking bedrooms you need? Oh, 7. I want to live the American dream. That's your first mistake. Mm-hmm. That's your first mistake. Because as much of a dickhead as he is, Grant Cardone said it best. If you have one door, you are one door from being poor. Land was meant to be bought up and utilized. Yeah. Utilization now is monetization. Utilize it for the money. Like, buy you a house, stay in it for about a year, or however long it takes to flip. Then fucking rent that shit out or renovate that shit and sell it. Like, people just be wanting to. People want to live in the Industrial Revolution when that shit been gone for 50 years. Yeah. That shit been gone for 50 years, but we still want to live that dream that our grandparents had. Oh, I want to live in one house for 60 years and have my grandkids and grandkids. Yeah, but your grandfather died broke. Yeah. No offense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, let's just be honest. Your grandparents left you with nothing. Damn. Think about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they left you with a house that nobody wants to salvage. You know, or a property that they never upkept because you ain't come around but once a year for fucking Easter and Thanksgiving. Yeah.
And most people, once they die, they always end up selling the house.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they always sell the house.
When you dead and gone, it don't fucking matter.
It don't.
So like, my thing is like, why build up? Why buy one house? Like, why buy? I mean, yeah, if you want a staple house, cool. But you should be looking at buying the next one next door and renting it out. Or the next, you know what I'm saying, around the block and renting that one out. Because here's my thing is you already know the process for that block. Go ahead and figure out because somebody not, inflation, recession, somebody not surviving. Somebody, like you said, living paycheck to paycheck and could use the money.
They're going out their budget because, you know, most millionaires, that like the actual millionaires, they live next door to like mailmen and firefighters. They live in regular neighborhoods. Yeah. They're not living in the...
They drive a fucking Toyota Camry that's been paid off for years. Like, man, fuck, Toyota or Honda. Yeah, right. Or fucking Ford Focus. Yep. While you out here stunting with a BMW, your car note...
Hellcat.
Yeah, your car note is $700 to $1,000.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. $1,000 for.
Hey, the average American's paying... I know. I sell cars. I sell cars on a regular basis.
Why?
They want to keep up with the Joneses, bruh. And everything, again, proving my point about the quote unquote recession. Everything has gone up from the cars to the interest rates to the houses. Yeah. How is it possible if we are in a real live recession? Because when the real recession hit in 2008, fucking car prices dropped crazy. House prices dropped crazy. The bottom fell out. We're not in no recession.
I don't think we there yet, to be honest.
No. They keep saying it's coming, but I think that's a scare tactic to make everybody try to hold on to their money like they did in the beginning of COVID. Yeah, and let the rich keep on grabbing. Let the rich they're doubling and tripling their wealth. Why? Because they not when everybody running left, they like.
I don't know, bro. They're starting to sell off a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I saw one congressman that sold all his stuff.
I mean, congressmen are really not the rich ones though.
Yeah, they're not
the rich ones.
They got millions though. And they know, but they kind of know what's coming next because, like, that's why they're not supposed to do any insider trading.
For sure, not supposed to.
Yeah, they're not supposed to. But if we see, you know what I'm saying, like,
it happens all the time.
Nancy Pelosi, they get paid like what $300,000 per year, which is a good check. You know what I'm saying? That's a good salary. They somehow end up leaving with $55 million by the time they retire.
Listen, man, again, the game is the game. Why not get in and get as much as you can while you can? My thing is I've never been one. So here's my thing too is like, I believe we live in a snitch ass society.
Why you say that?
Because everybody want to tell on the next person for getting more money than them. Why are you mad? If anything, you should study where the fuck they getting their bread. How they do it? How did they do it? Oh, they got into politics at an early age. Oh, their donors backdoor pay them. Okay, either become a donor and make them move how you want them to move, or become a congressman and be the rich puppet that they are. It's very simple. The game ain't changed in a long time.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting new faces. So all people got to do is understand the new face that's up right now. The new face is technology. Get in while you fit in. Stop thinking AI is the devil. Jump in and learn how to orchestrate shit and make yourself valuable in the tech space. Like, it's beyond amazing to me how people again, the fear. Everybody talks about the fear. Tell me the end result. What? Okay, well, if they get AI, they're gonna take all our jobs. Why? They want y'all to stay in jobs. They want y'all to continue this. The middle class is literally deleting itself, and the rich keep going and making the space this way. That's statistical facts, right?
Yeah, it's real to you which side you want to join.
Right, exactly. So you want to sit there and
choices.
complain and be broke?
Yeah.
And still trying to outlive the Joneses and catch up with the Joneses and shit like that, knowing you. Meanwhile, the rich are sitting there like, yeah, that's cool. You keep buying that. Luxury was made for poor people. Luxury brands was made for poor people that want to look rich. That's all it was. So, like, bro, ain't no way. Like, ain't no way. Like, I don't want to be so beyond rich that I forget what it feels like to be poor. Because I grew up poor. But like, I grew up poor because my parents believed in the Industrial Revolution, work to unite, 70, 80 years old, retire off your 401k pension that you've been growing for 40 years. And now you can relax and spend 10 to 30 years. Now 10 to 30 years, but realistically back then it was like 15 years retired.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Not even that. A lot of people, once they retire, they like, especially guys, they end up dying because you're not
bored.
doing anything.
Well, and then your whole life was surrounded by, your whole life's purpose was not who you are, but what you are. And see, like, to me, that's I'm a nomad. Like, I tell people all the time, I'm a nomadic type person. I'll stay at a job if it's a good job. I'll stay there for a long time. But I'm gonna have my backdoor exit ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have my exit strategy ready to go, because the simple fact is, like, I don't want to live till I'm incapable of enjoying my success to the point where my grandkids see me and I can barely move.
And also never doing something that you want to do. You're working a
Facts.
job and you literally not doing anything that you want to do.
Facts. Which is why, I'll forever do the music, do the I wrote a book. I'm writing another. I'm getting ready to publish another one. Yeah. Like, the creative, like, we were put on this earth to create, whether that's create with technological stuff, whether that's architectural stuff, whether that's medical stuff, whether that's arts and crafts and painting and drawing, music. Like, you were meant to be put on this earth to create, not to work a job for 40 years and retire and hope that your pension ain't get fucking gouged by the quote unquote recession.
For real. Or took by, Bernie.
Oh yeah.
Bernie could take your shit and you don't have nothing.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people, again, you just gotta find your lane, your way, and try to succeed your way. If it's too grimy for you, step back. Don't do it.
Yeah.
If it's not big enough risk for you, step back. Don't do it. Like, people so ready to risk it all for shit they don't even like.
Yeah.
People so ready to fucking fall back from shit they like because it ain't the thing it ain't the trend right now. You know what I mean? People
it's too hard to do both.
Yeah. Well,
take too much time.
Man, listen, I'm
not gonna get enough sleep.
Sleep will catch up with you.
Yeah, but really, this is why, I vibe with like a minimalist, you know what I mean? Because you don't really need much in order to be happy in life and just, be content in what you're doing. Yeah,
you don't. I mean, I don't even really like to call myself a minimalist, or I don't really like labels, period. But I like the strategy of minimalist.
The idea.
Because the idea, because the simple fact is, like, you ain't gotta hold on to nothing to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, that's just what it is. Now, do I like nice things? Do I like going to like
course.
Carbone and STK? Yeah, who the fuck wouldn't?
Yeah.
But my thing is like those things aren't gonna break me going to them.
Yeah.
Like if I can't do it 3-4 times in a week and still be all right, I don't need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a time. 3 is my number. I have a 3 times rule. If I can't afford it 3 times, I really don't need to fuck with it. Like that's just anything, investment, stocks, clothes, furniture, jewelry. Apartment, if I can't do it 3 times, like I'm not fucking with it. Like it's so funny. People are like, oh, they want you to make 3.5 times the rent. It's like, yeah. Cause you gotta live. You can't be stuck in the house. Then you ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Like so many suicides are simply are simply done because of some fact that you are unhappy because you are stuck. You feel like you are imprisoned, right? And you realize that you chased all this and it wasn't what you wanted. And that's real, man. Like that shit has hit home for me on several occasions recently and, you know, in my past. Like people just, they strive for the trend of success. They don't strive for their own success. Yeah. And like, I'm successful. Can't nobody tell me no otherwise. I'm raising a great human. I can literally do pretty much anything I want. You know what I'm saying? Within reason. Yeah. And the stuff that I'm missing out on, I don't give a fuck about. Cause I don't know nothing about it. Yeah. I ain't never had it. Oh, you're missing out if you ain't never been to. Alright. Says you. Yeah. Me, I ain't never been. I've been to Japan. Yeah. Most of you hoes ain't been to Mexico. No offense. Yeah. You been to Belize. Great. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, my thing is people do things. They go to flexing the wrong stuff, man. Like I said,
and it's not even like the places of thing. It's really the people that you do it with.
Right, the people you affect. I feel like the people you do it with, the people you affect. Like I got people that like I don't really like. I fuck with them, but I don't really fuck with them on a regular basis. Yeah. But like I've helped them grow, and not on no like I'm the man, I'm the plug. Nah, like if I see something, and I can help with advice with whatever, then I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people won't do that. Like they just so worried about somebody surpassing them. But that's the goal. Like you supposed to create, like Ross said it best, like you supposed to create bosses. Real bosses supposed to help other people, employees become bosses. And like I've done that in my life. And like for me, I feel like the last one to get it, not the last one, but the next one is my son. Like I'm about to teach him how to, like he likes sneakers and video games, and we about to capitalize on that. Like we about to, like, if you really love this stuff, you really love doing this, let's do it. Like you like the aesthetic and you like this, let's do it. Like yeah, like
How old is your son?
He'll be 12 in December. He's 11. He'll be 12 in December.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
How's that journey been like? Because I know, it changes you to a whole different person as soon as what I mean.
Shit, it ain't changed nothing for me. Nah. Honestly, like it's cool. You go through phases with your kids, man. Like I say, at a young age, like you wanted to be like as a baby, and you want to be around them and coddle them and make sure nothing hurts them and stuff like that. Then you kind of let them grow into their own phase when they toddlers and start going to school. And now when they, from like 3rd to like now, I want to say 6th grade. My son's in 6th grade, yeah. They kind of like, they go through this path. They want to be like their parents, but then they also want to be dickheads and be their own people, and want their own friends, and like I don't want to be with you, like, leave me alone. You're not making me look cool, and it's like, but it's preteen shit. So I'm like, I'm waiting for the teenage shit because he lived with his mom for the most part, and then he stayed with me on the weekends and holidays and shit, and like I'm waiting for the conversation that his mom called me, like please come get him. Like,
Yeah,
I'm ready to fucking kill him. Yeah, I'm about to kill him. Like, if he don't get the hell up out of here, like, he want to be a man now.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, bring him this way. I'll teach him right. So
yeah, that's still like 9 years away from me, man. That shit.
Hey, I tell people too, like, don't let people rush you either about that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that. Like, especially.
Well, no, I got kids. They to get to that phase.
Oh.
It's so far.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. He said kids too.
Yeah.
How many you got?
I got two. Got two boys. So
Oh,
you know
man.
what I'm saying. I tell people my swimmers is winners. You know what I'm saying.
My swimmers is winners. I tell them I got good aim because one and done. You know,
exactly.
he look like me, act like me. I'm good.
Yeah, man.
They're like, damn, you know, you got the boy on the first try. Yep, good aim, baby. Yeah,
that's how we feel. I'm like, hey, I got two.
Yeah, right. Facts.
Two.
That's what's up. Damn. Yeah, nah. I mean, it was all boys in my house, so like, I was destined. Both my brothers got girls, so I was destined to have all the boys. So I just laugh at both of them because they miserable. Not miserable, but they be going through it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's a rough life.
Yeah.
I don't wish it upon anybody.
I don't know nothing about that. So I don't want that. I don't look. Let me knock on wood now. Look.
Yeah.
Shit.
Not for me.
Facts.
Let me ask you, man. If you could pick one person throughout history to have dinner with, who would you pick?
That's a very tough question because I'm a history buff. It's gonna sound crazy. I ain't gonna cap. Huey Newton, one of the founders of Black Panthers. I really wish I would have got a chance to sit down with him. He's like one of my. I have a leg sleeve, half leg sleeve tribute to him. And reason being is his autobiography book that he wrote called Revolutionary Suicide. Like, kind of changed my trajectory as a kid. My dad is very pro-black, and my mom was a cheerleader, I guess, with it. I don't know. I don't want to say she's very pro-black, but she's very American pro-black. But my dad was like very pro-black. So anyway, we started talking about Black Panthers as a young age. You know, this is what you know, they try to make us look like this, but this is what we really look like. You know, this is what we really do. And I feel like being able to see somebody that was the same complexion as me fighting for people, black and brown and things like that started such a revolution, such a movement. I feel like I would just love to sit down and pick his brain before the drugs, because apparently there was some drugs towards the end and he got killed. I don't know what happened. Like, there's so many mixed stories about it, but all in all, he was a hero. If not him, Hannibal, who beat Alexander the Great.
So way back in history.
Yeah. He was a monster, and like, I really wish they would do more stories and stuff about him, because he was a dog, and he really beat him at his own game with elephants.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that elephant story when they was attacking and they released the elephants.
Right. So like, and like he beat. If he wouldn't have went into the mountains, he would have won. Yeah. But he went into, you know, you make a mistake. It was a fatal mistake, but he went into the mountains and lost the most of his cavalry that way because they weren't equipped for cold weather fighting. Yeah. And like, it was because of his arrogance that he ended up. But I would love to have a conversation like, how did you get to that point where you could beat back the greatest Roman army to date? Like, they have yet to, you know what I'm saying? And they all pump, you know, Alexander the Great up. They make movies about his little homo ass. And
yeah, apparently he was into some boys.
Oh, he was into a lot of weird shit. But most of them were, you know, this is the thing when it comes with power. Like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I get to do what I want to do. I am a god, descended down from the heavens and blah, blah, blah. Like, they really be thinking that shit. So like, you know, but I wouldn't get down with that. But I just really wanted to, like, for strategic war shit, like, yo, let me pick your brain real quick. Like, how you get that powerful? How you get that ahead of the game. You know what I mean? So
Shit.
those are the two. But yeah.
Man, those are pretty good choices.
What about you?
Man, for me, I don't know, man. I'd have to think about it. I don't really have two people from history, to be honest. I'd like to learn. We talk about history, strategic. There is one German guy.
Oh
who-
no! Oh my God! No, really?
No.
I was about to. Yo, what? I mean,
No.
although this is gonna sound crazy,
Yeah,
I don't agree.
yeah,
Let me preface this: I do not agree with him or T-Man, Orange Man,
mm-hmm.
but a study should be done on how they affected people, like
Yeah.
literally how they changed people or the thought process of people within like not even like less than a year's time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I got people so
in an uproar, like you won't,
radicalized. Yeah.
like thank you, radicalized. Like you can you for those people at the time and at this time, at that time and at this time, you cannot tell them no wrong about that person. Like, how is that possible? He's never done anything to make them feel this way. Same thing with the German dude.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do anything before that. He
Yeah.
was a failed musician or artist.
Yeah, he didn't get to art school.
He didn't get to art school. Like, so if he was a failure,
Yeah.
but he figured out a way to make people become radicalist. That's that. I think that's a word. Yeah. For his message.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want. It was evil. It is evil.
Yep.
But it's gotta be studied,
Well,
like
even-
strategically speaking.
Even like the guy from Jonestown. Like, Jonestown, where everybody drank the Kool-Aid. That's where the phrase came from.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That guy, he had a whole town just of people just ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like again, I think these people are terrible people.
Yeah.
Or their actions were terrible, or their actions are terrible. The things they said were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like that shit. How do they move the masses that way?
And how does their inner dialogue go that makes them want to be that?
That is by far one of the greatest questions in history, because like how does anybody's inner conversation go when you got that kind of power and you realize it, and then like you start, like let's say you start to lose it, because he lost the first one.
Yeah.
Then you know what I'm saying, double down on the second joint. Same with Orange.
Yeah.
He losing, but he's doubling.
Yeah.
How?
That's why I ain't never voted, just to be
wow.
clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just because every time there's been a candidate, I ain't never felt like, damn, I should support this guy or this guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Same thing. Even with Donald Trump, I do like, I agreed with more with some of the things he was saying compared to like the others. But I never voted. And now I'm going to vote, but not for him. I prefer Vivek. Just I like certain things he's like, but also just to get him out of the public eye, because the thing that is done to both sides is kind of crazy.
Yeah. No. I agree wholeheartedly. I have friends that like politics has become sports and sports fandom, because when your team is facing the next team, all you want to do is beat that team. You don't care how good they look, how smart they sound, or how smart that play was. You don't give a damn. You just want to beat them. You ain't hearing nothing they saying, no type of logic, and that's what politics has become. It's like you could be no longer can you be a conservative Democrat. Like that's not a thing anymore.
Oh, you want a family?
Right,
You're not a part of it.
You want tax breaks for wait, what? No, tax the rich. You gotta tax everybody. It's like, whoa,
You don't want to send money to Ukraine, you Nazi.
right? Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like and even for Republicans, like it's I kind of side with Ukraine because I don't want to, oh, you're a liberal. You don't. Oh, I don't have a
You're
problem.
A liberal cuck.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I don't care about gays that's not in my life. Like I have gay family and friends. I don't.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do. Which sounds that sounds crazy.
I know a black
I
guy.
know.
I have one black friend.
That
Okay,
sounds very crazy, but I do. I have cousins, family that are that, but they don't parade it.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing too. Like they're not parading it, and I feel like some of those movements have like this is a slippery slope, so let me be careful. Some of those, I feel like the flamboyance of it has overcrowded the people that just want to live their life happy.
Yeah. And
my thing is, I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Either one. I have no problem with either one. I don't want to eat breakfast and see a man in a thong or a woman in a thong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't go to brunch spots, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. But at this, or mixed brunch spots, I should say.
Yeah.
But like, my thing is like, I feel like sometimes as I'm getting older, I have a child, things like that. There are certain things I wouldn't want my child to be privy to. I wouldn't want them to see, right? But at the same time, my naturalistic self is like, he need to see it so he's not shocked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's because
these type of people
exist. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm very empathetic of both sides, liberals, conservatives, Republicans, Democrats, things like that. I align with what's going to make sense for me. See, the problem is it has become only about the presidential races when they do not affect the average American. They don't. And anyone who tells you they do is just has drank the Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. Your local government is who you should be ranting and raving and going crazy about, because they're the ones that actually fix your streets. They're the ones that actually will put away the right amount of criminals, and they're the ones that won't be racist when it comes to your judgments or sexist or homophobic when it comes to your judgments. But we're so busy worrying about the glorified position when the glorified position is really handicapped and really a puppet to the other rich puppets. And the other rich puppets are actually really just puppets to big money.
Yeah. And to be honest, man, I don't know how you feel, but I kind of feel like we're already in the end game as far as it comes to like the puppets and all that stuff, because there's just certain, for example, when that disease happened a couple years ago.
That disease.
Yeah. Everything happened the same literally all across the world, except in a few different places. And yes, I understand that they're trying to probably follow precautions that are health wise,
right?
But now they're doing the same thing when it comes to like gas and electric vehicles type things. And I feel that there's already somebody in control of like the majority, and we're just waiting to reach a certain spot. So it's funny, like, okay, we switched the power. This is it. We already have cameras. Look, I have like 2 cameras pointed at me right now. But even if you go outside, my neighbor has a camera in front of his door, already pointed at my door. You go down the street, the light has a camera, the store has a camera. You can't leave a microphone or camera anymore in life. We've reached kind of like 19.
First off, that's a very odd thing to say as you're on a podcast.
Yeah, it is odd, but
for people to hear you.
Yeah, this is a choice. You know
right. But I'll say this: with technology comes again bringing it back to the fear mongering. We in America are a society of fear. We're sheep when it comes to fear. Sheep, right? Whether you believe in COVID, whether you believe everybody should have a Ring camera, whether you believe whatever side you believe in, you base those decisions off of fear. And I have yet to be proven wrong. There may be, obviously there's one-offs, there's not 100%.
Yeah.
But typically you base most of that stuff off of fear. Fear of freedom, fear of crime, fear of death, fear of chips in your brain and not having no control. Those things are fear-based thought processes, right? When in actuality, if they really, again, I always tell people this: what's the end game? What's the result? The result doesn't make. The result is, oh, they're gonna control all of us, and they're gonna just destroy the planet and this, that, and the third. Think about that in the long term. The most wealthiest people want to do what? Continue to be wealthy.
Yeah. Or have the power.
Have the power, right?
Yeah, they don't really care about money. They have infinite money.
Sure, right?
Yeah.
More money than they'll be able to spend in their lifetimes.
Yeah.
Which they're trying to live longer and longer. But
yeah,
listen. But they can't do that if they control us like puppets, like the puppets that they have at Congress.
Yeah.
They can't control us with a chip in our brain and make us spend money. Or there was another argument that somebody was telling me about centralized money where we can't do
CBDC.
Yeah, where we can't actually have cash anymore. And I was like, that doesn't really make sense to me because the end
he understands it differently. But what it is we won't have Zelle, Cash App, or any of those things anymore. It's all one thing.
Fine.
And that's where everybody's money is going to be, and they could kind of either turn it off or turn it on, like how they're doing in China. If like in China they're almost done, rolling out the social credit score. So meaning like if people don't think you're a nice person or they don't like the things that you say, they're gonna rate you 5 stars like on Uber, and you can't go into certain hotels or you can't access your money if your score.
So
is
I have a question.
Yeah.
And I'm not siding. I'm really just being devil's advocate. Is China not one of the biggest powerhouse countries? Don't we get a lot of our stuff from that area? Technology, like threads, sneakers, everything. Don't we get a lot of things from there? Aren't they considered one of the greatest countries in the world?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like their kids are always smartest in the world, graduating. I'm not siding with it. I'm just playing devil's advocate here, right?
Yeah.
My thing is it that doesn't sound. I mean, first of all, it sounds very far fetched. We don't, and then we don't actually ever know what's going on in China. They just tell us what they want us to know. Man, please, social credit. Half of the damn hotel staff wouldn't be able to work in their hotels. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like we are so privileged to have these thought processes, conversations, and things like that we don't understand again, that is a fear-based thought process. You know what I'm saying? We don't even, it's so second nature to us, we don't even think about it. Because that sounds fucking crazy if they're really doing that shit.
Nah, they
but,
are.
But
well, that's
what they tell us, right?
Yeah.
When realistically speaking, North Korea is the one that is really crazy.
Oh yeah, North Korea is fucked up. They don't even eat over there, bro.
North Korea is really like, you can only have 3 haircuts. They control the news. They control so if you want to see a country that is really under scrutiny, controlled, and only look at North Korea. Don't look at China. China's a little unfair because they make so much money. There's no way you can control everyone.
And we kind of feed into it too, because what the U.S. does is, like all our trash, it has to go somewhere. And what they do is they sell it to China so they could dispose of it, because I guess they got better disposing stuff. But what China was doing, they were just dumping it in the ocean.
Well, I mean,
and that's why their pollution is
higher than ours. But they also have way more. They have a population problem.
They produce way more.
Yeah, they produce way more. Yeah. They have way more children. They have and on top of that, we're only talking about the high populated places. China's a big ass country. There are places that there's very minimal people at. They ain't never even seen nothing with technology, right?
Well, so that's starting to change now, especially now with like Starlink and things like that. That's why people
I
in
mean,
Africa, they have TikTok and stuff now.
well, yeah. I mean,
Well,
first off, Africa is
like the
like,
desert Africa, not like the cities.
yeah, but I mean, I think like they've always been, because here's the thing about Africa is that people don't really talk about is that they always trying to colonize every place in Africa. Africa is probably the richest natural soil, natural everything
Mm-hmm.
in the world, right? So everybody always trying to come to Africa to take something to help, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. So they bring those things with them. They see those things or they leave those things with those people there. Like, I feel like it's so fucking crazy that we really think that Africa, we think that Africa is like a third world continent and they only have huts and live in the
there's
desert.
beautiful place out there.
Facts,
like
and
Nigeria.
there's way nicer places than those huts and shit that we see all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But we don't think that way with China though. You see what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
we honestly think China is fully populated with everybody everywhere. No, it's just very crowded in the very populated places. Same thing with Dubai. Dubai is not. Dubai is a desert
Yeah.
with one big city out off to the
literally
side.
out in middle of nowhere.
Nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what, like,
That's a little crazy that
I
we
mean-
could just build stuff like that in the middle of the desert.
but it's not crazy. It is crazy, but it's one of those things. It's like we got to understand that as we advance as a human society,
mm-hmm.
that these things are going to happen. And we got to stop making decisions or stop thinking in fear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we are so scared of change. We are so scared of what's next. We are so scared we're going to lose the control we think we have.
What do you think's coming next? Because at some point, the powers that's so big we've seen in the history, the big power falls and then a new power rises, or collection of new powers.
Right.
What do you think is going to happen? Obviously, it might not happen anytime soon.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna sound crazy. I feel like Russia will fall when Putin is done.
When he dies.
Yeah, when Putin is done, I think Russia will fall, and I think all hell break loose over there for a while. Whether it be the U.S. infiltrated or China infiltrated, or I just feel like it'll be all out war over there for a long, long time. I think the powers that be in Africa, that we speak about Africa, are going to also get tired of being included in the unfair trade of natural resources for pennies on the dollar, and are going to start. They've been talking about unifying a long time, and
Yeah,
I feel like
I've seen that.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming.
That would be dope, to be honest.
It would be, but I feel like at the same time, a lot of stuff we're privileged with will change.
Yeah.
But I mean, change is good. Change can be bad, but it just really depends on your outlook on it, like your own perspective. So I feel like,
I feel good about the future.
I do. I do too. I think that a lot, like our technology, like, for fuck's sake, you can be taller. Like, if you don't like your height, you can go get searched.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Safely.
Yeah.
You can safely go get searched. There is a man walking around there are men walking around right now that were born and stopped growing at 5'7" that are now damn near 6 feet. And I'm kind of upset about it. Not gonna lie. Thought about it.
Yeah.
But I've always been an ill nigga regardless of my height. So
yeah,
I just have fucking come to terms with it. God made me this way, so I ain't really worried about it. But yeah, I feel with technology, like, I feel like a lot of handicaps will be changed.
Yep.
My son has spina bifida. So I feel like that won't. I mean, they're already starting to get to the point where they can detect it early and do surgeries early before the child is born to prevent it.
Like genes, they're changing up the genes.
No, like they'll catch it, because all spina bifida really is that in the womb they didn't complete the spine. So, like, for instance, my son, we got very, very lucky because it was very, very low. So it was basically where his hips and his spine meet, wasn't finished being, made or whatever the case would be, right? Or coming together. But spina bifida, there are some that it's in the middle of their back. There are some where it's at the higher it is, the more risk.
Sheesh.
Yeah, like the more stuck you are to a wheelchair, the more, you know what I mean? But I feel like they just did a surgery not too long ago, successful, that was all over the news. Lady was going to have a baby that was basically going to be paralyzed from the waist down. Brain function wasn't all there. And they went in and did a surgery, caught it early, went in and did the surgery, had the baby. Baby no longer has spina bifida. And shit like that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, again, we're going to continue to evolve. Yes, there's going to be some fucking evil shit out there, but we can't walk in life in fear.
Oh, yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And,
like today, a lot of people was in fear today. October 4th, they were talking about the test on the phone. How it was going to be some 5G shit.
No
and zombies were
idea
gonna come.
what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
That shit scared the shit out of me today. I got two phones, so both my phones were going crazy. I was like, I have my shit on vibrate. Why is my shit ringing?
Yeah.
And so it was definitely and somebody was like, you ain't seen it on TikTok? And I was like, you get all your news from TikTok?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Nah,
so I was like, nah, I didn't
know.
know nothing about it. But yeah, I wasn't. I'm not worried about it. If the fucking phones decide they want to blow up, the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, we can't do nothing.
We gonna go on living.
And that's how I feel about living here. At first, when I used to live here, sometimes when it would be extra low, I get scared. You know what I'm saying? It could be like, it's not like it's gonna hit you. But then I started realizing, if it really is coming down, ain't nothing I could do. I can't move out the way. This is gonna be right on me. So now I'm just like, all right.
Just, safeguard yourself as much as you can. But I mean, and at the end of the day, if it's your time, it's your time, dog. Like,
one time I thought I died on the Joker. You ever been on the Joker at Six Flags?
Fuck the Joker. Fuck Six Flags.
My first time on there, I didn't know that mug fucking flipped. So I thought my shit broke. I was like, oh, I'm dying. And then it stayed. I was like, oh, I guess it's just the ride. I just accepted it. I was like, oh, I guess I'm dead. That's the only thought I had in my mind.
Yo, that's a fucking crazy thought process to be thinking while you on a fucking roller coaster. Like,
it's the first dip, so it kind of like swings you.
Yeah, no. I thought I was gonna die on the Titan for sure. I felt like my seat was like, cause I'm not a big dude. Yeah, and I felt like my thing had some leeway.
Yeah,
and rest in peace, the girl that died on the at the what's the big
the Giant,
the Texas Giant. Her thing didn't come all the way down.
Yeah,
so I'm like, yo,
nah, but they told her that she was too big to ride, that she still wanted to.
I don't give a fuck. All I heard was that the thing didn't go all the way down, and now my shit moving.
Yeah, to be fair, since then I haven't really rode none of the big ones again.
Yo, that's crazy. That pause, but that's crazy.
Pause. Pause. No.
That sounded crazy. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I didn't catch it.
But like I've actually been to Six Flags since then, like a couple times actually, and I get dragged there I used to get dragged there by an ex. And and that was her thing. She just loved to be scared to death, and I'm like, why? Like, we black in America. That's scary enough. Jesus.
Yeah. You gone to the fair yet?
Not yet. I don't really like the fair. I don't like riding the rides on the fair. I
never rode the rides.
I don't feel comfortable. I don't eat the food.
Yo, that's the whole point.
I don't eat meat. So a lot of the shit, like the turkey leg, like I used to fuck with the turkey legs heavy.
Are you vegan or something?
Pescatarian. I don't eat seafood. Yeah. So
that's dope.
It's been a long road.
What's your favorite type of fish?
Salmon.
Ooh.
Salmon is like the go-to. It's got all the shit. Bro. Honestly though, the best fish I've ever had was like flounder. Flounder was fucking crazy.
Bro, you ever heard of Butcher Box?
No.
Bro, Butcher Box to get you like high quality meat, and on there you could put whatever settings you want, and they can send you salmon straight to your door. Not an ad. I just fuck with it because they send it to me. Big old box.
Not an ad.
Yeah.
Not an
ribs,
ad.
chicken, a whole rotisserie. a whole
Damn.
pack full of salmon.
Is
Yeah.
it like cold though? Or?
Yeah. Because they got
okay.
like frozen,
Yeah.
cold ice.
Oh,
on
okay.
there.
I was like, damn, they just sitting there like.
Nah,
man,
no,
they
that's what I
cook
thought.
that
I was like,
shit,
bro, I gotta take the day off.
Yeah, to make sure I get that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. That's, I mean, I just never. I tried the meal prep and shit like that before and stuff like that. I just never get consistent with it, and I just get tired of eating the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, that does suck.
Even though I will fuck some Chipotle up like 3 times a week.
Mm.
Or Flower Child.
Honestly, a meal plan. I did a meal plan. Chipotle and Panda Express only. That was the only 2 fast food I could allow myself, and the rest had to be at home, bro. I saved myself money, and I was getting my protein.
I'm about to
bro.
get back on it now. Like I need to. I'm like, because again, I work out 4 or 5 times a day, but it's like you're kind of killing your growth or your muscles by not feeding them the right shit. So it's like,
sure.
I'll splurge on the food. Like I'll go sit down at a restaurant by myself and eat a really good, salmon, broccoli, rice type of meal type shit. Might finish it with dessert with a beer.
No, salmon is crazy for growth though. It has
all
the right things you need.
You know what actually is a really, like, people really be sleep on that because they don't like the smell of it is tuna. Tuna is like probably the best protein fish out there.
Cheap too.
And it's fucking amazingly cheap. And
It does smell nasty
the smell is crazy though. If you're like me, you don't eat mayonnaise and you can't just make a tuna. I hate
tuna and crackers. You gotta salt it up. That's right. You gotta lemon juice. Put some lemon juice on that. A little hot sauce.
No, I'm good. I would rather eat tuna straight up.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm weird as fuck. Like I'm allergic to condiments.
Like
I don't
ketchup?
eat ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard.
So what would happen if
sauce.
I just drop some ketchup on you?
Nothing on me. I mean, if you drop it on, I'll be fucking. I would definitely go wash my hands and be disgusted and stomach hurting for the rest of the day. But
Damn.
like if I eat it, I get hives, and then throw up, diarrhea. It upset. I'm just fucked up for the rest of the day.
Damn.
Yeah, like
That's
it's
wild.
like, and it's
no barbecue sauce.
Nothing,
bro.
And it's crazy because it's been passed down. My dad is that way, and my son is that way.
That's insane.
It's and that's why and people are like, yeah, you made that up. Every girlfriend I've ever had tried to cook for me and slide it in. My mother even tried to.
Yeah.
And it never works.
That kind of just shows you what life is. I don't know if you ever seen like those music videos or like pictures where it'll be like a flower, it'll grow up and then it'll shrivel up and then it'll grow back up again. Mm-hmm. Or like it'll be a face, it melts down and then another face appears after it. That's kind of like a cycle. Yeah. Our life is kind of just like a repeat cycle.
Everything repeats itself. History repeats itself all the time. That's why we better be careful.
Yep.
With the orange man and all that shit because it could definitely they could definitely repeat themselves.
Yeah, I was with him at first. Now it's a little too strong.
It's getting a little weird. I have to. He's
funny.
That's the biggest thing is like I feel like a lot of people get suckered into the humor of him and don't take him serious. And it's like, motherfucker, he's the face of our country right now. Like, what the fuck you mean you don't take him serious? So if y'all don't take him serious, that means that the other motherfuckers around the world don't take him serious. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
To be fair, I preferred him over the new guy.
I don't. First off,
I'm saying just as far as like the representation of our country, the new guy looks like I've said this a few times already. He just looks like somebody lost a grandpa, and I feel bad.
Listen, you know what's funny to me is that how soon we forget. All of our presidents have looked like that. Mm-hmm. Ain't none of our presidents look like me and you, except for Obama. Obama was too damn cool for me.
George W. was smoking some weed.
George W. was
he was dodging shoes.
An old spoiled brat,
bro. He was dodging shoes. You know what I'm saying? It
was at the end of the term though. But like George Bush don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? Like we remember. Come on. So Bill Clinton, he was an old play. Like all of them were old white men. Like I don't understand why we're so infatuated with his age.
I think we should get some younger folks in there.
For sure. I really feel like
50, 60-year-olds, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like really like and I hate to say this because I really didn't like her starting out. I really feel like Kamala should get her shot. Because
I don't
we
know
need a
about
woman. I feel like we
Kamala.
need a woman. I feel like it's time for us to have a woman president.
It is, but not Kamala. I could
Okay.
I could think of a few other ones, but
Okay, cool.
yeah,
I just feel like she's the closest right now. Anyway,
yeah.
I feel like all the rest of them that are gonna run or want to run
I'd
are not
prefer
gonna.
Michelle over Kamala.
Michelle would never run.
I don't know. They're kind of whispering about it.
I don't think she would run because she's having too much fun making money selling books.
Yeah, they made a whole lot of
They
money.
making a shit ton of
Bro,
money.
they got
She
that
ain't never
retired.
gotta like he's retired. They ain't gotta really do nothing. They get Secret Service. They get all the perks without being in the unwanted eye of the public.
Yeah,
I mean, without all the scrutiny of the media and all that. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'll take the Secret Service, the government check, and making money from the royalties from the book.
Nah,
I'm good.
the celeb attention, honestly, it's kind of wild to me. Like, I don't know if you've seen it. Well, especially we can see it now with Taylor Swift. But I don't know if you've seen like Selena Gomez and them. The type of attention they get anytime they go to a game or anything. It's like,
I don't want to be famous. Like, my boy be like, yo, stop saying that. You sending the universe mixed signals, and I'm like, I'm not though. I really want to be rich and out the
just
way.
ducked off.
Yeah, like I really want to be rich enough. Let me say rich enough
Yeah.
and out the way. Because the simple fact is like, why is Taylor Swift taking up time on ESPN?
Bro, and on the NFL Twitter and then everywhere.
Like, I mean, I get it, but again,
could be a strategy too, marketing strategy.
I was about to say, all it is,
turn it into like,
all it is when you follow the money, you find out the reason.
Yep.
His jersey has gone up crazy since she's been to the games. The Chiefs have been, jerseys have been out tickets. Not as if they needed help selling fucking tickets.
That's the power of the women dollar. They spend the most money.
But again, that's what I'm saying though. Like, I feel like why I say we need a woman president. But I also, like I said, I don't want to be famous because I like the Britney Spears of the world. Like, look what it did to her.
Yeah, she's tripping.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she's been famous since she was the Justin Timberlakes that couldn't, the Justin Biebers that couldn't grow up, the Drakes, the you know what I mean? Like some of these people thrive off that shit. I can't even lie. But some of these people just are so socially awkward because all they've ever known is being famous, and you can't trust anybody because everybody will fuck you over for the right amount of fame and money.
Yeah,
like
that's why when
clout is the worst drug of all time.
Once I reach a certain point of money, I'm going ghost on everything.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I should ever win the lotto. Because if I win the lotto, first off, I'm coming up in a scream mask. I'm secretly donating money to some family members, and then I'm buying a fucking small island in the middle of the ocean that ain't nobody ever heard of, and I'm just gonna Amazon ship shit to my house.
And you can have a local connect.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm
P.O.
saying?
box.
Like, yeah, like I'll P.O. box and go to the closest place, fly or a boat to the closest place.
Yeah.
And back and forth, because that type of money, everyone who's ever won the lotto or big lump sum like that has either died or gone bankrupt within the first year.
Damn.
Like it's like I want to say the first few years, every single person has either died or gone bankrupt and is back to square one, if not square zero. And it's crazy. Yeah, it's like, and people are like, how you go out of money? How you run out of money? It's so really easy to do that.
Yeah.
Like, they don't understand. If you don't have the work ethic before that, you ain't gonna have the work ethic now. And yeah, fuck that. Nah.
Yeah, man. Well, shit. I appreciate you coming in.
No
man.
doubt. I hope I didn't talk too much.
Nah, you good, man. That's what it's for, you know. Right. Nah, anything you want to say to the people?
Check me out. That damn Ziggy on Instagram. I'm actually a really good follow, so I've been told. Also, you can look up YouTube Ziggy 3CZ, and you can watch on both Instagram and YouTube. You can watch my series Rules of Engagement, which is based off the book that I wrote. The soundtrack as well, the Buddy Tape. And you can also watch the part 1 and part 2, which my man, where you go, King Hernandez, huh?
Yeah, King HDZ on there.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, my bad. I just want to make sure,
Yeah.
King HDZ is cameoed in. Really like stole the show. That shovel work was not easy. Don't let him fool you.
Hey, it looked completely different.
Yeah.
When I seen it, I was like, oh man.
It's crazy how like I said, my man. Shout out to Stack Moses.
Yeah.
That dude is a goat. They just hasn't gotten the recognition he so well deserves, and like he is one of the greatest behind the camera. So yeah, just anyway, you can follow me on all those platforms. That damn Ziggy or Ziggy3CZ, Facebook, Instagram. Who is Ziggy on Twitter? I'm actually pretty funny on Twitter too. And yeah, anyway, so
dope.
Hit me up.
All right, everybody. See you next time. Peace.